I am Makwaba strong so about POG Media. And then meko highway so highway ni the ensemble bi so a yen so ya Japan say ye be me abedwafo no ahu de ekọ ene de eba na dan na ekọ so e wo highway ni so. Eye Ashanti region for Kumasi for ena eja NAPO nsem o de betu da no apilai pa we omo apilai a enye asem ketu akra ndi omo aboni ntutu ewo Ashanti region a enye asem ketu akra at least wo so abekeke bi a chere se ono NAPO no obi a oye very arrogant onye obi a osefata running mate mpu na Ashanti region akoto Abama NPP ama Dr. Bawumia as running mate and the wakeka na adwen akere NAPO ya enye asam keto akra NAPO nsensem na odbe tu da no e ade a anto asumye na obi a wo energy minister Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe Ghana for esum say dum so asanso ababak na omuhia timetable a ensem a obie wano ekache Ghana for we there say oba na obechi na no san because oni Ghana for ending ye mention kra abema enye asam keto akra at least wo aba bekeka na dwen akere Matthew Opoku Prempa enye asam keto akra bepe say yebemi abedwafo no bemi akọ na yakọ akoti ensem a ekoso ewo highway ne so na ansa na ebekọ no or and some can be a fashion your comment section like na share ma afofronso no answer into me and can be aha a POG Media. Message so Kyle say click on the notification bell no send be any update biara ya de beto platform no biara onso ne nipa onso sabe to me akabi madam ase.
This is a guy baby obeko biano there is a total failure. Baby and Napoko ye bia total failure. Education ministry hono on a conference to book ne buy comprehensive sexuality education book ne buy no. We no cotton asset. We ye and on edu tum so de fail so. Say matter say so oni do big dey afi so den. Adan do big egu na nimo ase. Now when a minister now journalists abebusa very harmless question no is to the effect say mato kania kwabna we are not using postpaid in Ghana we use postpaid a few we are doing prepaid kwabna imagine say wakoto your friend is saying enyinam kan phone wakoto credit now the year caller enko. How many times haven't we taken a swipe at MTN? When we year caller enko ebi one a whole day bina as a obia network ajamo omutimeka bibi say network ajamo. How do we feel? We feel it say me na poku ameti hey matria wo ka ato credit agu me phone so dia e wo se credit ni timi ye adwuma na mitimi ye call ebi kura me business bi etimi ye successful mame enya no sa. Why do we think say e wo se Ghana ni bi tena baabi ono de ni kwan so osore na mom Ghana ni bi de because oya celebrating ti won sorry entin si abontin no nka bi adentia. When we look fools in their faces without telling them that they are fools, we rather are fools. And it has been one of the reasons why I think say every Ghanaian must arise and save Ghana now. Because Ghana nibi. When we had ministers like your friend is Kwabra Donko and Amabua, was he there? Amabua, and John Jinapo. When we had those ministers, at some point, a minister had to say, or ma ultimatum up to a point, Sekania and Edumwa, or no one Kasaba resign. Is that also? Yeah. Did he not resign? He did. Nibufuye. ne boafu na se me hu se Kwabra don ko TV so a ne boafu a o kasa about neoma aban na omo se oye incompetent government no eye to ho a wono na wo se oye competent a wo so Nyankopon nyansa no wo ba e wa faili aden na wo se ye gye say a session of Ghanaians bi apart from say NDC for there e wo so omo sorry whether they like it or not no e wo so omo sorry because omo ne o my we any that so no aden na obi ebe tra baabi se owo so obi na osori ekoye campaign ana se ekoye dede efa aban wei e shortcoming ho na ono de on person obe sorry obi ye sofo wo se sofo ankasa wo manfo na wo so wutie ye no e de na wo so aye. Are we angry enough? Because se de ya na anya wo ya ye nya wo faye enunti na me say every Ghanaian must begin to show anger. When we do so and we are mobilized in one unit, na see a tintes kokko egu aban so egu Akuffo de Bawumia so egu NAPO na wa bon che kro ne so a. By the time we are done, se oni pa kro no so a minister so a president obehu wani bre na ni bre na ensoja na se dako yase aka ye ho abom as Ghana for ni entintesu kokwa because this is a government that only any reason yeah no to also dum kanea unlike the John Mahama the NC ye no wono ni papa ni maamenem a no mo aba omadi kan akọ ni papa Rollins we anya ni bi Akuffo we anya ni bi Mills we anya ni bi Mills crowd here you be pardon because of a tuabo. What you say? And one say I will fix it. What taking responsibility? I am a wa baba catch there or no na by say. Why ya the na mana brosoma your friend be excess capacity. Now all Ghanaians are sitting and watching him fool around. And then in the end, NAPO comes to insult us. And when we tell him not to insult us, he still comes back with a statement say he has not insulted us. Kwasia wuji pay no abu adwan wuji pay no na wonim se pay na ho adwuma na wo so ye kind of for ye nyina energy ministers na ofui be di wani mu a na okofa mfui so maye ministers a this is what happens ene ono ka che say ye yan koye ye yi eno na mahu e wo social media na obi di aba mata hekodie na obi di aba temade na fe abaye ti say a joke yet social media we are playing these things as jokes. When a minister, and with taxpayers' money, he was a pauper. Who didn't know NAPO? Who didn't know NAPO was a pauper? Always going about begging. So when says Kenina and scholarship, arrogance, and these are people who will not keep quiet and they will still come and put pepper or salt in our injury. Mahama di Akra, only naive. Mahama di Adweneso. Mahama di any terabytes. We say they will decay there no. No so a mega. But Akuffo do the end there Pentium M. Itreneso. Who say Pentium M adaka ne so pa.
That's right.
But memory ni kiti. Pronto hwinim. He is very witty. And on baby ode asem free aba no.
Yeah.
He is taking us into remote courses. And yet the immediate course.
Remote courses.
Remote. What taking you remotely. Or shall say from independence.
And some say
we have had it wrong.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want us to go there because see, baby, the new man share go see no. Ho na osi yegyina na yehye ne yie. Baby ana new man free ba no. Ho na odi asem ni nkomo na akofree no. And he's right. Perfectly right. But he said the new man hwe agu. Nti baby hwe agu no. Yenyina ho ane ensesa. You see, there is nothing wrong making things partisan. There is nothing wrong. because it brings about competition. And everywhere there is competition, you know, yeah, it's political science, you know. We have every reason to believe, say, partisanship must drive a nation forward. But do you know why partisanship in Ghana ain't drive way forward?
Gotcha.
I would say we are not believing, say, there is diversity in unity. Roni who said the symbol now who something positive about it. But bibini who everything negative about Roni did say, yes, and one team you or mafu bako. Say we dear we are mean. We should dear we are mean. Let us say we crano nanu betimi anya kuro, but we be dear maname. But because yen bibini na adwene ye ne say no na no ye kuro cry was so di because ni minimum and there was so feely say aduane na twio. What you say? Enu nti na ye kono. Nka eni kwan se ye kon. Because there is always a reason and a call. Say what see a kan ye hu bom ansa na yetimi move. You say prayer kabomu a emu. Enso yi ba kwa emu.
Yeah.
Enu nti no that aspect of ye negative philosophy no and ma yentimi nye united even when we are diverse. Now, I'll be very partisan in the discussion because you see, someone was promised, and the promised person now or no, just said the boss said me ba me ye way no, ujina what should be so BABB. Otaika has same way that NPP and NDC much of a muchness. I don't think so. It is never true. Unless you want to believe, say, NPP and the NDC, they have the same philosophy. No, it's not true. Yeah, I read political science. I would want to go to. But the reason is that nipe biano, dear wadawano, and it's who you are. What do you mean? Let me say, Akuffo and Akuffo omoyepe. What do you mean, Kasa? So how much more would you want to describe a party or no socialist inclined to a capitalist inclined party? Or no, onim say what failing the core to duty because capitalist, maybe a capitalist. I'm a proud capitalist because I think, say, ECG as a private man, if I owned the three facets of generation, distribution, and a company that will give power to take money, to say ECG now. Yeah. If I owned a company like VACO, VRA, I owned a company like Gridco, and owned a company like ECG, I will be playing the buffoonery like the government is doing. I won't do that. I will make profit. I won't make losses. But hitting the nail right on the head, no, what say, and your NAPO company, and until now, my Ghana, that you may be and Kumasi Jaya and a go, because Bibinia Jane say, or my idea say, and yan dear.
What is for us is for nobody.
And until now, or send to the core. But we for once had a president, look, Meme Dokuffo pa Akuffo awakame. But John Mahama, for him to have admitted, say, as president of Ghana, no, I'm responsible for A, because that is what I'm elected to do. That alone, no, it tells you, say, onim di entia oye president. Onye reckless like Akuffo, onye incorrigible like Akuffo, onye recalcitrant like Akuffo, and those things are values I usually will lead them. Odike has been a private businessman for years.
That's right.
He understands what business is. And until what do call say, senka company ni NAPO company a. And I may make sika ma say me to you me pe kanea me tue scanner ma dada what this scanner to ho kanea ne we ya emma wo ko to credit wo ECG ana say e wo MTN na credit no ato wo ye call enko how do you feel?
Frustrated. But so be chire mu chire say wo ye nsiesie enti na emma ni mfidi atotema wanya dai.
That is where you have nipa ontimi, because you have to have a foresight as a leader. Obi etinya da adwene ho say kanea na adum no the predecessors omo enya me kanea na me ba e madum no omo ba no yo Mahama no mo ba no na President Akuffo ye bui bui no ne capacity no na enso yen. It is a family a omo di 1 loaf of bread every day, a family of 10. Na say no mo ba be a family of 20. One bread na enso mo. But your Mahama came to meet 1 loaf of bread. Meanwhile, the family has become bigger than they left it. And also say, in Krasibi ni kanea. But almost here, se fataso almost nya kanea. Timamin trem into a quart trem call in Kra 2,801. Have you see that? No government has done that. It's on record. No government. Not even the PNDC, NDC, and the Rollins did that.
A rural electrification.
Yes, rural electrification project. And what's the kanea na ayeke tuani muno akko nkrase. Eti ebedu baby a wotin kran a krase ni na light. And also so any luxury any longer. Air condition any luxury. Need a necessity. Enti no wo to air condition, wo to your friend say fridges. Fridges are ko to no second hand. E twa nyinam kanea dodo. It got to a point and energy commission omo ya advert say wo dey fa where you dada ne beje mo no meboa enunti ama national grid no pressure na abaso no aye overburdened into nature say wo say ye low shedding ene kwaku benya bi kwabena nya bi na kwaku nya bi afia wo benya bi adwatema wo nya bi na afei ye cheche and wo say I take responsibility for that enunti metrem se ne ye benya ma na buso and of course sankrata na enyam kanea no ye nyansi ho se wo kwa te se car upe Rolls Royce na wakoto wo kwa due to the wo pe ni ayama wo ansa to no be ye no chicho be steady wo weather ehu se ekuro we ye ntimi fa we nkoso agisi e ko steady ni ehu how feasible ye betimi the equipment we aye we and wo be ye no mo de baaye Akuffo do baaye no Sabrofu we nye Akuffo and coming TV da. Obi tie krasi ni kanea. Bepim ne woni kanea wo hu bi da. Ebe onwa se Ghana, krobi so obi hu kanea da. Ebe onwa. Uri so obi wo wa wo te Ghana wo hu ka da. Ye ko krobi so. Ye ni Ireland those times 2010.
Wow.
Ye ko krobi so beyond Tripoli. Ye nam fomo. Obi wo hu ka da.
Wow.
Yes. Omo ka kire say omo ekura ho no. So we be pay free one no is kedi. Yes, this one making sure so when yeska.
2010.
Now,
wow.
Sani pano, oji to ne ho so no. Ofa nkania ne by Kapawa Ameri. Akuffo do no say, your Mahama we krofo. Okay. Your Mahama sa making sure say, obe say nya sika eye foto a wo ba to wo say, ye nya kanea ho crisis biem da esla. Akuffo do buy no pages carry the akosia wo wagis ka di 2035 na ebetua ka wie. Kanea no so wa provide bia ma wo abegina Ghana fo anim aka say ye fra bibi excess capacity sabrofo enye Akuffo do committee leader.
Enyinam kanea ho de ebuso.
Ebuso ama.
Ewudi am fa.
Ehon kakra won timi ntua.
Yeah.
Emre bi a me ka kire mo say obi oton ni papa eja pade edidi. Bia say dipa no. O mo brada no wu.
It leads to a problem.
Seminal, make about Akuffo the hotel. I want Tony Papa Japadi or Tontono.
Yeah.
Here, a bin Odiabe, Odiako in Namkanian. A Jako Jam Ojamedian, O Papa, Domahama Econo. Or both for Twamo, Sikadem. With Jow, Tema plans. Here so, Namagana for Kaniana will say in excess no. Gana ni Bianya in Namkania. What in Yama, yes, I could do so. Ne ho ferry enti. Wo so ntimi nka se yedum so na yedum sie sie mpacho anum Kanea na enum.
Edum ye.
Eti di enti na ne ye bo Mahama sobo. E ka ne so ne nko ade a. Na ke ni haw. But na edum enu na ha yen.
Temaje no ho.
Eti wo ka tem se dum si esi a. Ade enti na wo se edum. Enu na ye question na wo se ebusa no. Hwade a me hu ye oti ni so me ra ho. Because se wo ba enko ni kuda. Wunti ase. Ohia sadie no a ye fe no emframa ye te ha ye home ne fofo na ye free no. Wono de ohia se ye de machine be si ne so.
That's right.
Ansa na machine na pia mframa na wura ne bumu akona koma mu ene ne lungs mu ansa na watimi anya opepa na timi apusi bia ba abonten se wahome. Wo de na mabonten Akuffo do na mabonten wahome ne twe ye ntuaka. Unya sika madam asina ode gro Akuffo do ntimi nchia de ode Ghana sika wagye aye wodi me kwa colonia enkruma ni nyansa nti no ye akosombo ohun say ni ye nu 6 million kra o ohun say ebedu ba bia akosombo kra nso yen ade na Akuffo do ni dankwa no jebi dankwa no omode ye kwa nkruma. They are the problem of this country. Look, the enemies of the state no Akuffo do ene ni jebi dankwa ni nasefo. They are enemies to the state. Your description about them, about colonizers, no, is perfect, but it goes beyond them.
Okay. So, but yes.
Baby, I agree. And you feel near Baba to that, and I say, and I when I say, Yakania, Yaheduma, Yakania, at Yada.
That's right.
Yakania to get a sound mind. So, Mama, dear, no man can find a home. Onu na Akuffo enye bibi papa bia nsi ho ma no Rollins anye bia ma no Mills anye bibi ama dade a Mills ye ya onu na oka ho mo ye eye tuabo say ye flare gas say ozone layer no mo say there be let us bottle the gas and pipe it into the plants so that we can get thermal plants is say ekoto crude aboden no we did all that for you e dey be na na uhia wo say constant contract with America say ECG na mo ye ne sa no omumra through media MS Sanyoma, Muko Vies can di Muko ye contract. Akroma ko Vies can PDS. Akuffo. I mean, it's a working illegality. So this is what the discussion is.
Matthias,
if you want to take us into Nkrumah's time, Nkrumah didn't have it wrong in ECG.
Matthias, but Odike yepe anu adru no yemfa ye ni nkyerɛ yɛn.
Nneɛma mienu yɛdi kan. Yeah, as a people, no. I is an entry in me a holding. Intimin sorry, waka. En sitre, no cre en cantra bine. En intimin sorry, waka. Senka baby a NAPO, and quote me PMF fee da, Obekani fee, when your minister bio.
Of course.
Because, sir, in some phone, some time, wait, a do baby an enemy, ya, because me name papa. Okoto awano mane bi nie yansani ba eno okasasa
energy ministry say ya dane na asem no
the problem is die oda ya no baby obeko bi ofeli because ontimi nya bre emfa nyansa
vice president akasa no so running mate
yes he is a failure
he
is born to fail. Because where ordinary can education and can cry to no. Okay. He failed and goofed. We need the time to use his brain to reason positively. Because onu benya sika DNT obeton ma asset. Chrono education ministry or chrono, and they are using propaganda to manage a country such as Ghana. Ene me baketwa kra fafona obetimi aka enoma NAPO nim NAPO will have to go and be a student under me back because of now the here ne say e be sekire yesen aduasa mienu aso man aka che Akuffo do say opani we nyo papa hotel na wo ton no enye wabusu agapade e your manfo e na sabio waka che yenda say yenya kanea ma na buso pen ne ba ne sen ene kanea na abuso no ebi ni ho na watimi aso ete so Akuffo do Who incompetence ni dear a legendary. I will see a catcher. A catcher say you have put square pegs in round hole. NAPO. He does not qualify to be an energy minister. He knows next to nothing about energy. And until say IPP ni mi makofa medina mkania ba. Ma sign take or pay. Now no be baby TV so no can take or pay. And ama ya boka. If I told you that I me. Me demo, my name, Mintria. And when you take or pay, that is how least you can understand take or pay. What do they hire me? What's a me behind I know? Me tria okay, say $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, no. Now say opening a dynamic de mawa. Udemo one demo, Boso me swan, ube 1,000. We bonia your mama, no. Now we be jina say nunti and amadum saba. Media may catch them. Me minim say there be a statistics now me the year Jumano. IQ no I work from papa. Out of 199 countries, Ghana is 190th. And Akuffo do nyama penny. Ya jine work from more ya Jimmy. The new answer. Me nka so mo Jimmy. E bia me the year Juma, but edu baby a me so me the year Juma. Ghana ya Jimmy enti na Akuffo do year man penny. Enu ti besre. Baby a year kono. Say ya nyire ya ho. And se na can't ban and get them to work. Now ECG now way NAPO matese NAPO ni do be keko. There be oni obi kon. What bounty? Last one education ministry no na educhumoko. And na oni do be keko. Ade tia wo de fa ne vice president. Woni vice president kura do onya. Wo de manager running mate. O better so ni Bawumia ko. Very well. Etibeso ya bre na ya bre. Yanka no kura ntia omo. Se ne adwoma ma bre so. The chain abo so no. Yes, I sent you my boss. All right. Now, Omunimua, near Soy near Choma Bossua, they will get to know. Medas, Rise Ghana and Chakra. Rise Ghana now. Me Brenna,
Nanapuku, Adma, Eddie Etudiana, Ghana for Ati, Etua, Ewo, Matthew Opoku Prempire, friend and Napuso, Ewo, Kumasi Abonsen, so any Asam Kutuako, we're Janet in Nemumrika, Napu, Asama, kind the SLBA, na Ober retracted on some kind of. Aha, POG Media. Better ya be for us say omoje penny. Kokotis audio we ede emaya.